This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's react.
Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome to another episode of Let's Get Caught Up on Quirky Love Rosee. And this one's going to be just a little, probably short, and I'm going to jump around on things a lot. So thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button and tell me how absolutely fabulous my hat is. It's a work in progress. It's new. It's a work in progress. Anyway, my point is, this is Rosie's live from a few days ago. What was this one titled? Scroll. I messed up my sleep schedule again. Let's vibe. This is from October 15th at like 3 in the morning, something like that. I don't remember. I was asleep. Um Today being October the 16th. So um she just context. She's up late. She decides, I don't know. She's up late. She decides to stream. She gets on, she's eating a Built bar right now. She eats them like candy bars. Then she makes herself a like meat and cheese plate, eats all of that, and then later makes a pizza. And I may react to that separately just because like I've kind of thought about reacting to Rosie's cooking the same way I kind of react to Alexandra Rodriguez's cooking, just because it seems funny. You guys seem to like it when I do it, so I thought it might be funny. Um, but ironically, Alexandra Rodriguez comes up in this. And I just kind of want to go over Rosie's comments about other influencers on YouTube. Specifically, she's going to mention Alexandra Rodriguez and then she's going to mention Glitter and Lasers. And I just find both of the fact that she even brings them up interesting, and then what she says about them interesting, because maybe it's because it's 3 in the morning and she doesn't hear herself, but either way, um it's just it's an ironic thing for her to be saying, I think. So let's listen to what she has to say, and I will be jumping around a little bit because I think she goes into it twice in the transcript, and I kind of want to talk about it both times. So this is really early on in the video. I think this video is yeah, 5 hours long. We're not watching the whole thing. Don't worry. Um but this is about 6 minutes, 6 minutes and 37 seconds in. So I want to let this play for a minute. This is all, I haven't sped any of this up, so, and I do apologize ahead of time before we get too far into it. She just eats. That's what she does. And there's a lot of chewing noises because that's what she does. So if that's not your thing, I apologize. I'm sorry. She likes to chew and talk at the same time. So I fully understand if this is not your thing. And because I know some of you do not like that. I'm with you, but I'm going to suffer through this because I have things I want to say.
That's what Alexandra Rodriguez makes all the time. Oh, really? I don't know much about her except like the father stuff that's really like grody.
So, okay, first off, this is another one of those moments where Rosie's like doing her weird out of touch virtue signaling thing that she does, where she's like half informed about something, but she knows it's bad. Those of you who know about Alexandra Rodriguez know about her dad. I'm not going to go into it here because, as Rosie says, it's disturbing. But her dad, Alexandra Rodriguez's dad, is on he's on the Predator registry for life, for reasons, obviously. And Alexandra doesn't really address it very well. And Alexandra, a while ago, it's been several months at this point, made a video where she kind of tried to leverage it. Wasn't an actual apology. But anyway, Alexandra kind of brought it to the forefront. I think she was trying to use it as a diversion from other things that were going on at the time, where she was striking smaller channels. It was an interesting time for Alexandra Rodriguez. It was an interesting time. But normally Alex just kind of like completely ignores anything about her dad and doesn't even acknowledge it. So that's what made it even more interesting. But I don't think Rosee knows any of this. She doesn't really know any of the lore around it. There are people out there who like have this shit down. And this is just another one of those throwaway comments that Rosee puts out there to make herself seem like she's aware and to make herself seem like she is is an activist for these kinds of things. This is another one of those times where Rosie's just kind of virtue signaling for the sake of virtue signaling before she goes in on Alexandra Rodriguez to make herself seem like, I don't know, not one of those girls. It's just another moment where Rosie's just being a pick-me. And it annoys me. I don't know why, but it annoys me.
I've always kind of found her boring, kind of like glitter and lasers. I'm just not into it.
Don't get me wrong. I find Alexandra Rodriguez boring as hell myself. But now she's going to go in on glitter and lasers. And I'm just like, go on. Glitter and lasers actually leaves the house, actually does things. Like, that's what makes glitter and lasers kind of fun to react to. She doesn't do like really crazy things that are incredibly problematic. She actually like leaves the house, Rosee. You know, this is kind of like, she's boring. What's boring about her? Go on.
It just doesn't pique my interest. Like, no hate to you, like, no hate, but
That was totally hate, by the way. I hate when people do that. Oh my god, I just really don't like these people because they're so incredibly boring and they're just not like my thing. No hate though. Well, what the fuck was that then? what was that then?
no love either.
God forbid you talk without food in your mouth.
You know? Just very neutral vibes. You know what I mean?
No. If it was neutral vibes, you wouldn't have brought it up. Okay, so now she's gonna go and add even more flavoring to her water, because God forbid you drink water. And I'm gonna jump ahead because I think there's another part where she talks about glitter and lasers. Okay, somebody's gonna bring up a another creator called Tammy Lemon. I don't know a ton about Tammy Lemon, honestly. I know that she was trying to do like a weight loss vlog kind of thing, and she's like Swedish. Don't quote me on that one, but she's from overseas, and she wasn't really doing a great job of it. And then she just kind of left the internet. I thought she was gone. I thought she had like quit the internet, but apparently she's back, and I'm gonna go check it out. If she is, we'll find out. But anyway, somebody brings it up to Rosee, and Rosee decides to once again give us her opinion on these things.
If you have some downtime, check out Tammy Lemon. Tammy Lemon, did she stop making content or did she pass away? That name sounds really familiar.
Why would you assume she passed away? Like, she wasn't that bad.
And
she wasn't your size.
I have checked out Life by Cindy in the past.
Again,
kind of like with glitter and lasers, and Alex, just I'm not that interested. No hate, no tea, no shade. Just not my cup of tea.
Again, God forbid you talk without food in your mouth.
Like a video in the past. I have no memory of it. Oh, Tammy Lemon is back? Oh.
Tammy's back.
Okay.
Oh. She so doesn't want to talk about that.
Yeah. Now that I see it, like it makes total sense. Glitter and laser seems too fake for me. You are real, that's why you're relatable. Thank you so much, As the World Turns. Because honestly, that's like her and previous J-Bay before the more recent stuff, but
you're gonna go in on J-Bay? Okay.
Back when J-Bay was in her content grind, they are very corporate social media vibes, and
J-Bay is a corporate social media vibe. Okay.
I don't fuck with influencers that are like that.
You tried to be an influencer like that.
Like, people that you can tell
You tried doing hauls. It didn't work out. You have been on various podcasts talking about yourself. You have been on television shows, from what I understand, talking about yourself. You just did some kind of mystery project there where they flew you out to Vegas talking about yourself, I'm going to assume. Uh, you want to walk that back a little bit? Okay. Uh, all right. Calling Anna a corporate, I mean, yeah, that's what she does. Anna is corporate. Yes. That's what Anna, went to school for. That's what Anna came up doing. There's no lie there. But like, do you really not like Anna because she's corporate, or do you not like Anna because she succeeded where you didn't?
solely show up for a paycheck and like nothing else.
I don't like influencers that solely show up for a paycheck and nothing else. What are you doing right now? So you don't like it when people create content on YouTube for money. What are you doing right now? Sorry. You have an Amazon wish list. What? You have 19 different ways for people to send you money. Exactly how? You wanna examine that one again?
Like, they don't give a damn about their community or who watches them. It's just about how they can convert their attention into money.
You used to film in vertical after being warned that that will draw the under 18 crowd to you while you were talking about adult content. And you continued to do it anyway because you wanted the AdSense and the income that was generated from that. So tell me again about caring about your community and who watches you. And also converting people's attention into money. Rosie gets accused of this frequently, of dry begging. And it sometimes is more apparent than others when she does it. I think maybe the most recent time that it was like really apparent was when she was doing her laps, her swimming laps, and she was like, "Oh, for every new member or for every gifted membership that I get, I'll do an extra lap." And it's like, yeah, I get that you're trying to like raise memberships, but that's money, isn't it? Gifted or otherwise, it's still money in your pocket. So, and then the last time she was in the hospital, which wasn't that long ago, people were giving her super chats and sending her money so that she could buy snacks while she was in the hospital. People give her super chats and stuff all the time so that she can buy groceries or other just things that she briefly mentions in videos that she doesn't have the money for right now, or things like that. She has an Amazon wish list that's there for, and she'll mention that it's there. And if people want to go buy things off of it, that'd be great, especially around her birthday. Like she'll really hit up that the fact that she has that Amazon wish list around her birthday and around holidays and stuff. So if people can go buy things off of it for her, I mean, get your bag. I don't care, but don't come after other people for getting their bag as well. This is kind of where I'm coming out with that. And as far as like, again, caring about your audience and stuff, like there have been some very questionable people in your chat. that you weren't really gonna get rid of until your until your moderators really made a stink about it. Um, you have defended comments from questionable individuals that affected members of your audience. We're not even going to talk about the fucking Discord of yours that imploded. You know, none of that shows care for your membership and your audience. All right? So maybe self-reflect a little before you say shit like this out loud.
Like, that's a part of the job for everybody, right? But when you can tell, like, that's the only thing they care about is being, like, brand friendly. They are not authentic in how they present themselves. They only portray an idealized version of themselves. Like, ugh, shoot me.
It's like being mad at a model for taking care of themselves so that they can get modeling jobs. It's weird. It's a weird thing to be mad about. Oh my god, you're an influencer who's brand friendly. If you want sponsorships from brands, you're gonna have to be brand friendly. Or they're not gonna want to work with you. Trust me, I know. I've run 2 of them off now. So, you know, just saying, Rosie.
Can't stand content like that. That'll never be me.
All right.
Maybe that makes me a little messy sometimes, but never be me.
All right, so that's just the 2 times that she goes in on other content creators like Glitter and Laser specifically, and Alexander Rodriguez and J-Bay. The J-Bay one kind of threw me a little bit. I'm like, J-Bay? I can see going after Alexander because she really is what you were talking about. She's brand friendly. She definitely puts forward an idealized version of herself, like to the point where she filters the shit out of herself. She just straight ignores any kind of negative feedback of herself. Like, she's great at just flat ignoring negative anything about herself. She's better at it. She's better at it than anybody I've seen. She just like, it does not exist. Like, she's good at it. Anna might be Anna used to be really good at it. I don't know why she's gotten so self-conscious about it lately. But Anna also doesn't have as many brand deals as she used to have, right? She still gets gifted things from companies here and there, but doesn't seem to have as many brand sponsorships as she used to get. I think she's still a Starbucks ambassador, and I think she might be working with Kind of Fit, Kind of Fat, which is a clothing brand, but I'm not positive on that one. But as far as like the other brand deals that she used to have, she doesn't seem to have those anymore. So I don't know. Maybe she's becoming a little bit more authentic and real, kind of like you, Rosie. And J-Bay? I guess I don't know enough about J-Bay, but it just seems like J-Bay? You really want to go in on J-Bay? But it's just like the lack of self reflection and self-awareness in those 2 snips of comments about other creators that Rosie has in this 5-hour live that she does is just kind of, I've watched a couple people now react to it, and I'm just like, girl, really? You gonna play that part back to yourself? Maybe listen to it again, maybe internalize that one a little bit, kind of like journal it out a little, because like part of it sounds like you're just mad because you didn't make it, because you tried. She really did try to be like these people. You know, she tried, and she still is kind of like every now and then you'll see the idealized Pickme pop out, like with the whole thing. Like she'll occasionally talk about shit she has no idea about, but she has a very strong opinion on it. Um, and she before her and Amber became BFFFFFFFs, she had a lot of like strong opinions about Amber. So she tries desperately to be the Gorl World Pickme. Isn't that the same thing as what you're accusing these other influencers of doing? These other fat influencers? They're just making themselves brand friendly. You're just trying to make yourself Gorl World friendly. You're trying to make yourself reactor friendly. Like you tried to court reaction channels when you first started recreating your channel like this. You were literally trying to court reaction channel support. How is that any different than influencers trying to find companies to sponsor them? You were asking Zachary Michael to watch your content and react to it because you knew if he did, it would boost your channel. You went to other reaction channels trying to become friendly with them to basically try to coerce and control how they reacted to you. Right? Like, just because it's not like Starbucks, your behavior is still the same. You're still trying to put this ideal version of yourself out there. You're still trying to, court sponsorships. You're still trying to, put this version of yourself out there that may or may not be the actual version of yourself. I mean, there's so much stuff we could go over here where you're just calling these influencers out for their behavior and stuff. And if they're boring to you, they're boring to you. Alexandra Rodriguez is boring to me. Don't get me wrong. Like, we can agree on that. But you're not exactly like the most riveting thing to watch. So, just, But again, Alexandra goes out. Alexandra goes places. Alexandra, if you're into it, does mommy vlogging. Is Glitter and Lasers leaves the house. Glitter and Lasers goes out. Glitter and Lasers has these weird arcs that she does. Right now, she's a strong woman. She was a runner before that. She was a lipedema warrior in between the two of those things. Like Anna has storylines that she does. Like, you recently went to Vegas. Cool. And before that, it's just caught my ear when I was listening to it with other people. And I just really was like, I have things I want to say about this. And so I decided that I was going to. And so here you go. Here's your under 30-minute video of me just kind of like pointing out once again that Rosee just kind of says shit without thinking about it, is basically trying to be a pick-me without being a pick-me. She's slamming other channels for doing the things that she basically does herself. And it's just completely unironic for her. She's just like, I'm so much better than them. But you're not. You're really not. While all the whole time sitting here, shoving food in your face and chewing while talking, because God forbid you make a video where you don't eat. She eats 3 times in this 5-hour video. All right. Just saying. Anyhow, that's all I've got for you guys. I know this was really brief, so thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you to everybody, to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up button. If you've made it this far, go ahead and put a mushroom down in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think. Put a timestamp down below. It helps me out to remember what I was saying in the moment. And I think that's it. I think I will react to her making the pizza because, I don't know, seems fun. And look for that coming out later. And I will see everybody in the next one. Bye.
This is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.